So we're back one last time for Kior. I've got my drone sitting over here on the ground behind me right here, and I'm gonna fly it at the Kior site. For those of y'all who are new, who've not been around for a real long time, Kior, K-I-O-R, you can Google it and look it up, and there's all kinds of articles for you to read and find out about this place. But basically, in a nutshell, what it was going to be a biofuel plant here in Columbus, where I live, built out here on it. We have an island in Columbus, and they built it in this area here that I'm going to fly. It's approximately 19 acres right here, I think, and they were going to take pine wood chips and turn them into fuel. That is a process that can be done in a very controlled laboratory and produce. But as far as like doing it on a fast-paced, large-scale type of deal, like what they were wanting to do here, is still ways away from making that happen. They spent like $330 million or something like that right here on this place, and building it. At one time, they still owed the state of Mississippi about $65 million or something like that. And it never really ran, to my knowledge. They kept on hanging on up to 2013, and in 2013 they finally kind of pulled the plug on it, and so you can go back. I have a full playlist of Kior, and you can see this place when it was completed, the way it was, and then to what it is now. M&M demolition they're done here now, and so you're going to get to see the finished product of what it looks like after M&M has gotten done. They still got 4 of their excavators over here by the concrete pile, so when I get done flying right here, we're going to fly over the concrete pile where you can also see it too. So y'all just hang tight right quick. Well, this is it, people. A lot of people have raved about the Kior series, and I've had a lot of fun with it. I mean, it started for me back in kind of 2013 when we were actually hauling the wood out of here. Right over here to the behind the camera was the chip mill, and I spoke about it in all the videos where they had all the wet wood stored over here. And we come out here in January of 2013, and we started hauling it out of here as fast as we could. Our paper mill over here across the river got low on wood, and they needed it. And so I knew right then when we started hauling all that wood out of here that this place was probably not gonna work. So we took, after that, then in 2014, August of 2014, when I was really wanting to get after it on YouTube, This was one of the first things I filmed on the very first video in the playlist there. If you'll go back and look where I do a walk around of the site outside the fence there, a walk around of it. That was in August of 2014, or may have been September. So I got the camera in August, and may have been September, October when I filmed it. And the place wasn't running or anything. They had like a couple maintenance guys, you know, electricians, stuff like that just kind of kept pumps and things like that running, and the you know, all that stuff going like that. And then it just kind of, it got into some legal stuff and things like that, and then it finally got disassembled. It got parted out, and this parking lot that I'm standing in was a holding area for when they were building it, where they brought everything in and they offloaded it here, and then they took it from here over to there to install it once they got ready to install it. And then they were going to kind of use this as a parking lot too. And then when they started disassembling this thing, they used this as another holding area to hold the stuff as they took it down, and while they were going to haul it out of here. So all that's left out here now is what you've seen on the drone footage, and this big pile of concrete behind me right there. Now, as bad as it may seem, here's a different twist on this thing. Probably a lot of people, when they see things like this, and they get mad about it, and rightly so, but there is a silver lining to this cloud, and this is what it is right here. And hear me out on this. Even though this place never ran or anything like that, and they owed the state of Mississippi a bunch of money and all, and it closed down, and it's nothing but a sand pit, level sand pit now. Think about this. I think it took about 2 years to build this thing. So that was 2 years that construction workers worked out here to build this thing. They fed their families. They bought things for their families by working here for 2 years. This was a huge shot in the arm for a lot of local companies, like some of our rigging companies and stuff like that here, that actually was out here doing some of the lifting with the crane service, stuff like that. Just a lot of little things. You think about something like this right here, you see it built, you don't think about the spiderweb effect. Most people don't, of how many people that it reaches out into the communities, not only the community, but way out abroad that are states and states away, that built stuff for this thing right here. I mean, there was a concrete company, my goodness, at the concrete right there that was poured out here, that supplied jobs and money for all of them. Then fast forward all the way to 2018. We're in November of 2018. November days, actually November the 18th of 2018, right before Thanksgiving. Think about M&M, Brent McGuffey, and his dad, and their company, M&M, that did the demo on this thing, the actual complete takedown. I think they come out here in either February or March, something like that, maybe. And here it is, November, and they've completed it. So it supplied M&M a job for several months, and all of his guys for several months too. Not to mention the takedown of the main structure of this thing. There were riggers that came from all over the place. They had cranes set up all out here, all over this thing, taking it down. So as bad as it may seem, it supplied a lot of money for the economy, for people, you know, just different people. There was a lot of people that hauled wood out here. We never did haul any wood out here because of the place that we were cutting for. They didn't bring any wood out here, but there was people who hauled wood out here that got paid for it. So it's you know, it's not as bad as it may seem. It's all Kior, is all said and done. It's all gone. It's been wiped off the map now. All you've got is flat sand out there, like I said a while ago. But now the site's ready for somebody else. Someone else can come in here and can build right here. So if something does come back out here, I'll come out here and I'll film it. I'll see if I can hook up with people, and you know, and maybe I can get in the middle of filming, because I love doing this different stuff like this. I love bringing the stuff to y'all and showing y'all this different stuff, because this is still kind of would relate it back directly into my job, what I do day to day. and it's fun documenting this stuff and bringing it to y'all in YouTube world for y'all to see all around the world. But so this is definitely going to wrap up my Kior stuff right here. So I appreciate all y'all following me along day to day. Lots and lots of people out there that support me and watch my stuff all the time. So big thumbs up to all of y'all, because it helps me to keep thinking outside the box and doing different things in my filming and going different places and just looking for something different. So I'm going to walk over here and take some pictures of Brian's 4 excavators over here before they get gone that I can use on Instagram, and he'll appreciate seeing them on there. Brian, a good guy. Enjoyed getting to meet him, and that was another thing for me through this thing. I got to meet several really neat people, kind of got some friendships with them and stuff like that. Will I see them again? Will I be around them again? I don't know. Who knows? What may come of it. I don't know. But appreciate all y'all. We'll catch y'all later. Later, taters.